Following the abolishment of the African slave trade in 1807, breeding plantations were created. Farmers who traditionally raised cattle quickly shifted and started breeding slave babies. The main purpose of these plantations was to produce new slaves.
They used to have faith in the system, which eventually tricked them, boozled and hoodwinked them, till they became victims, so they became suckers, only trained to suffer, feeding beyond pain, divided from one another, sons ripped from mothers, brothers betrayed brothers, all for the love of money like the OJ's cover. It's hard to be a man when despite your attempts, you're shackled down to a boat with people you never met. They altered our way of thinking to lessen our own positions, told us that we were nothing but physical contradictions, which then became the source for Willie Lynch and his vision, eventually enslaving our strongest men in the system. They understood the strength of a black family united and dedicated their lives to find ways to divide it. So how can we be fathers when 400 years have made us neglect our culture, landing us in a struggle, turning us against our own countrymen in order to make a class of white capitalists? They figured if they can make us forget about the past, our future couldn't be seen through this mental cataracts. Systematically trashed the memories that we had of the past, then gave us white names to match. It was a formulated trap, formulated perhaps to further deepen the gap between brown skins and blacks. So they made us overseers over the rest of the pack. Then to further deepen the gap, the lighter skinned blacks were given the position of house niggers, so that the darker toned blacks would be offended and mad. The light skinned arrogance further became a catalyst, eliminating any form of unity we carried in. But with the faith of a man behind the altar, I will never falter, cause God told me that I should. And he told me I should. Told me I should. Cause God's gonna trouble the water. I should.
In fact, 2 weeks ago, we had an incident where, as they called them, half black, half white children could not go into a public pool, a private pool, because they were half black and half white. And because they were a private pool, the owners had the right not to allow the half black, half white children, because they said, we don't allow blacks. Well, we can't allow the half white part of them because there's the half black part. So we just couldn't allow the children at all to come into the pool. So racism is still alive and well. The Klan no longer wears the white hood and no longer wears the white cloak, but they wear business suits. They sit in our political offices. They sit in our churches.